I have wanted to create an activewear brand for so long, for many, many years. I remember telling my friends and family, even before my career online started to take off, that this is something I wanted to do one day. And it's crazy that it's finally happening. I grew up a dancer my entire life. I was spending all my spare time in the studio from age 3 until age 18. So I've basically lived in some form of activewear or spandex basically my entire life. And now, since I'm into fitness is my career, I own so much activewear. So much activewear, I own more activewear than actual clothes. With all that experience, I feel like I know what I want to see in a piece, how I want it to function, what I want it to look like, what I want it to feel like, how I want it to perform. And I have not found a single brand that I feel like checks all of those boxes, so I decided to make my own. When I started to create this brand and started to really envision it, I was trying to think, okay, who is actually going to be wearing these clothes? Who are the people that are going to be representing Madore? And I came up with many different slogans. I think I wrote down about 100, 150 to really try and encapsulate and trying to get across to people, okay, this is what Madore is about. And I came up with the slogan, built for the woman you are. And with everything I do online, with my online community, I reach so many different people, so many different age groups, so many different people from so many different walks of life. And I didn't want this brand to feel any different. I wanted it to be very much so community-based. So the slogan, built for the woman you are, kind of showcases that this brand is very approachable. It's very real. It's activewear for you at no matter what point of life you're in, no matter what stage of life you're in. You don't need to look a certain way. You don't need to lose X amount of pounds to feel confident in your skin. You deserve to feel worthy and confident in your skin now. And that's kind of what this activewear represents. And I know clothing is such a materialistic object, but I really wanted it to have some type of meaning behind it. So my hope is that any woman puts on a piece from our store and feels the best that she can feel. She feels confident, she feels ready to take on her day, no matter what her day entails. We started this process, I think it's about 2 years ago now, so a very long time ago. And the first step was choosing a name, obviously. And for us, that was a very difficult process, but we landed on Madore Athletics. Then it was time to create a logo and try and find a logo that really represented the feel of the brand. And I don't think people realize how much time and energy and intricacy goes into creating a really beautiful logo. Then it was time to figure out what I wanted to launch this brand with, what I wanted to bring to the table to introduce people to this brand. I decided I wanted to bring something that was very basic and versatile, so we landed on this essentials line. Trying to figure out the best fabric for this line was such a process. I think we went through 3 different fabrics before I decided on the fabric that we have now. It's really hard to find a balance between something that's not too soft, but something that performs properly, is squat proof, is going to last. It's not going to pill after a couple washes. So that was a process in itself, but we've landed on something very nice. Then it gets into the design of each of the products. So each of our products starts off with a hand sketch. These are not cookie cutter products. They're not products that already exist and we're just slapping our logo on top of it. I was very adamant. I wanted this to be fully custom. Then they get made into digital CADs, which are basically technical instructions for the supplier to look at and create the product. Then that gets sent off to the supplier and they create the first initial samples. And we went through many different rounds of samples, fitting calls. We did everything virtually, which was also a bit of a struggle sometimes. So I would be in my kitchen trying on all the different pieces, letting the designers and the team know what was fitting right, what wasn't fitting right. And that was a whole process in itself that takes months, trying to get the correct sample that fits properly. Once that gets done, we decide on colors. We get multiple different lab dips, trying to figure out the perfect color, and then everything gets put into production. That's it really in a nutshell, but it does take about 2 years for that whole process. So the line that we're launching with, I've called the Essentials line. I wanted to bring out a line to launch with that was going to be people's go-to products. Like I said, I have so much activewear. I have 2 full drawers that are packed to the brim. And for me, a lot of the times I'm constantly reaching for the same products. Why? Because I know that they're going to perform how I want them to. They're versatile, so I can wear them when I'm going grocery shopping, in the garden, or like working out. So I knew I wanted to create something that was going to be what people grab for all the time. So I think what sets us apart is I've designed each of these products. One, you can go and lift weights in them. They're squat proof. They're gonna show up for you in that way, but also they're designed for all day comfort. Like I can sit in these leggings all day. So I think that's kind of what sets us apart is, yes, these are made for fitness and activewear, but they're also everyday basic pieces that will end up in your capsule wardrobe. Community is something that's very much so prevalent across everything I do online, and I didn't want Madore Athletics to be any different. And we thought, what better way to get community involved and bring that community piece in than to have people from my community represent the brand.
And I'm so excited. I just put out a casting call on my Instagram for people in the Toronto GTA area. So I can't wait to see everybody's applications. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. And I was also actually wearing Madore in the story, so a little bit of an Easter egg. It's so funny wearing all this stuff and nobody knows what it is. And it's also hanging up over there.
So these girls had no idea what they were applying for. They just knew it was something to do with me, my values, my brand. And I thought, what a perfect way to represent this brand. These people support me. They support my values. We have, the same kind of mission. We all have something in common. So we chose about 15 girls, all different ages, all different walks of life. Some of us are moms. Some of us are full-time students. But we all have something super similar in common. And it was such a special day. Everybody showed up. Everyone was so excited, but it was really, really cool to see. Everyone was kind of nervous, of course, when they first showed up. Not everyone has like modeling experience, but then to see the girls put on the clothes, we turned music on, we're having such a good time, and we're taking photos, and everybody, it was like we were long lost best friends. Like everybody just got along so well, and everyone was having so much fun and so confident. And you will see what I'm talking about in all of the content that we're putting out, but that's exactly how I envisioned this brand and this community piece coming together. Was like, this is a real community. We're real women. We're not models. We're not hired for this job. Like we genuinely want to be here supporting this brand, and it was truly a day I will never forget.
How are you feeling?
We're feeling so good.
Today in one word. Today in one word.
Snatched. Amazing.
Today in one word.
I can't.
Beautiful. Today in one word.
Grateful.
Grateful. Today in one word.
Happy.
Happy.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Unreal.
Unreal.
That's so grateful. I'm gonna steal her word.
Do it.
Unreal.
So my goal with Madore Athletics in the years to come, however many years this takes, is I want everyone to be able to either come into our store or come to our online store and find something that they love, that makes them feel confident, that makes them feel beautiful. And this is obviously just the very beginning. There is so much more to come. There's already so much going on behind the scenes that's in the works that I don't want to spoil just yet, but so many different lines, different fabrics, different items. That's all I'm going to say. There has been so much work, time, and effort that has gone into the launch of this brand, and it truly feels like a dream, really, that this is actually coming to life. This is actually going to be products that live in your closets, in your dressers. Like, it's truly a dream come true, and I cannot wait to see you guys in Madore Athletics.
I was waiting until the very end.
Give me, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.